Jai Mata Di guys. Today I am going to make a video on reefer plant over here. Now guys, there are a lot of drawings over here. Do not get frightened. Let me start. So guys, when I talk about reefer plant over here, this is the refrigeration plant that I am going to talk about, this section over here. And this is an engine room over here which I can show you anytime.
Hi BTech Marine Engineering students or junior engineers, remember one thing very carefully. If you have not got campus placement as of now, नौकरी नहीं लगी है, go for BTech Excellence package as of now on Merchant Navy Decoded. Link description box में invest on that, start learning. Placement 100% हो जाएगा, बस मेहनत आपको करनी है. And if you are looking at earning respect on ship, you are terrified कि पहले शिप पे क्या होगा यार, मुझे डांट पड़ेगी, how will I take care of that part? Invest on Junior Engineering Excellence package, again available on Merchant Navy Decoded. Everything out there is there which will help you get earn respect on ship and confidence as well. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata.
And then from here the lines are going and coming back from the dry provision room, veg room, fish room, meat room, that is below the galley store, where I have got a meat room, where I have got a fish room, where I have got a veg room and a dry provision room guys. Meat room where we keep meat, normal temperature should be minus 18 degrees centigrade. Fish room where we put fish or other frozen foods, minus 18 degrees centigrade. Veg room where we put vegetables like tomatoes, potatoes, everything. Temperature should be around 3 to 5 degrees centigrade. And dry provision room where temperature should be around 3 to 5 degrees centigrade. Copy it guys? Now since we have to reduce the temperature, we have got an evaporator coil fitted in everything, right? Evaporator coil chahiye, what we need is, we need inlet with a solenoid valve and also with a thermostatic expansion valve over here. Now chalo, let's take an example. What happens is, this is a compressor, it gives a discharge goes over here, discharge line shows a pressure gauge and it also goes through a pressure switch over here, okay, so that this pressure switch can trip the pressure if the pressure increases more than the set point over here. Say the set point is 20 bar pressure switch, so if the discharge pressure increases more than 20 bar, it will give a signal to the compressor and will tip the compressor, so it is a safety cutout. From here it goes to, this is a oil separator guys. So what happens is, if there is any, see there is oil over here, there is a sight glass over here through which we can see the oil. If the oil is getting carried over, it comes from over here and goes to the oil separator. Little bit if oil gets carried over, we do not want this oil to go and mix with the refrigerant and go into the system and deposit in the lines, because if that happens, then in that case guys, what will happen is that your system efficiency is going to decrease. So what we want is, if there is any oil carryover taking place, it should come back into the system. So there is a float system fitted over here. When this oil level increases more than the float level lifts. The float is something like this. When this oil level increases more than this float which is downward like this, it lifts like this. This valve is open over and automatically this oil drains back into the compressor over here. That is how we stop the oil loss to take place and oil getting carried over into the system over here. From here, the discharge gas comes into a condenser. Okay guys, this condenser is cooled by fresh water or sea water. Okay guys, it has got, now from here, it goes into a receiver over here guys. Normally on ship guys, most of the times either it's a condenser or receiver, but over here on board ship we have got both the systems fitted together. We have got condenser, after that it goes into receiver. Condenser because over here is a smaller size and receiver over here is of a bigger size over here. Okay, but normally condenser acts as a receiver, but since on this board ship we have got both, so we have shown both. This is actually bigger in size as compared to this one. So from condenser it goes into receiver, and from here it comes over here. This is a dryer fitted over here, so that if there is moisture, actually to be frank, if there is any moisture over here, that can be taken in by this dryer over here. From here it goes into a side glass fitted, from where we can see the flow of the refrigerant gas taking place. In case if this is getting choked, then this bypass valve is given so that gas can flow from here over here. Perfect guys. Now it comes from over here, it goes over here, and this refrigerant gas is going to all the cabin rooms, dry provision room, veg room, fish room, meat room. Now let's talk about fish room first. Fish room, this is a valve isolating valve fitted, this is a solenoid valve fitted, this is a thermostatic expansion valve fitted. It goes from here into the fish room over here, and then it is returning back again into the system. So it is going from here, it is coming back like this into the system. So guys, this is a liquid separator ki in case if any liquid refrigerant comes into the system, it should not go into the compressor over here, because then in that case liquid is incompressible. In that case this discharge pressure is going to increase excessively, and before tripping it might lift the safety valve or damage the equipments inside over here. Copy it, guys. Now this suction pressure that comes over it, it is shown on the pressure gauge, but along with that it goes to this pressure switch as well. So this suction pressure goes to this pressure switch. So this pressure switch has got both for low suction pressure also and for high discharge pressure also. It has got both things fitted. One comes over here, other goes over here, and it matches. You put the low setting over here, you put high setting over here. So accordingly, it trips the compressor. Copy it, guys. High pressure is very important. It gives an alarm. It trips the compressor. It will not start unless you reset it. And low suction pressure, if it is tripping, it is not tripping. It is stopping the compressor. Why? Because maybe all the temperatures have come to the requisite amount, all these solenoid valves are shut down. Now there is no refrigerant gas is going into the system. If no refrigerant gas is going, no refrigerant gas is coming out. If no refrigerant gas is coming out, that means suction pressure is going to drop, and in that case the compressor needs to stop. Copied, guys? Now this is something that I am going to talk about when I discuss this. Now another thing that you need to know is when I talk about dry provision room is, see guys over here, each of these rooms have got a controller, temperature controller fitted. Each temperature controller, it's like this, has got a measured value. मतलब अंदर यहाँ पर एक टेम्परेचर ट्रांसमीटर लगा रहेगा ईच में, जो कि यहाँ से आके इधर सिग्नल दे रहा है कि भैया इनसाइड रूम हाउ मच इज द टेम्परेचर. सो से मेजर्ड वैल्यू इज 5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड एंड सेट वैल्यू वी सेट कि भैया हाउ मच टेम्परेचर डू आई वांट इन ड्राई प्रोविजन रूम. So I say I want 10 degree centigrade. Then in that case, if it is already 5 degree centigrade, then this controller is immediately going to give a signal to this solenoid valve and say, oh, temperature is already less. Stop the solenoid valve, and this solenoid valve shuts. That means no more refrigerant is going to go into the dry provision room. Easy, right? Because that we do not want less temperature over there. Now, moment this measured value comes to 12 degree centigrade. It says अरे set value तो 10 degrees है, measured value 12. That means we want to cool the room, so it gives a signal to the solenoid. अरे भाई, now open the solenoid valve. We want this refrigerant to go over here and cool the room. Copied, guys? That is how this plays a very important role. Many of people you must be thinking, sir, expansion valve is given over here. Why do we need a solenoid valve over here? Expansion valve is already regulating the flow. It will shut down. But guys, it does not completely close. It does not close completely. So little bit refrigerant will always be flowing through the system. In that case, if that is happening through all the systems, then in that case your compressor will be cutting in, cutting off too frequently. First thing. And little bit refrigerant gas when it is going, it will not give you a proper control on that room temperature. Over here through this controller, I have complete control. Ki at what temperature I want this solenoid valve to open and at what temperature I want this solenoid valve to close. And accordingly I am regulating the temperature over here. So all these rooms have got a temperature transmitter which gives a signal to their respective temperature controllers fitted. Copied, guys? This is something that you have to know. This is very, very important on board ship. Now another thing that you have to know is, guys, see expansion. Okay, when I talk about thermostatic expansion valve, we are talking about return line के अंदर this capillary tube fitted, and accordingly a degree of superheat is maintained. What is this given is, guys, this is a bypass valve. Say in case you find your thermostatic expansion valve is faulty, not working. I've seen it only on this ship, but this is a bypass valve given, so we can regulate through this bypass valve, and it is this small capillary fitted over here. This is like, it is acting like a thermostatic expansion valve. It will reduce the pressure. Copied, guys? So then in that case we can put this into use and it will automatically regulate the flow over here. Now guys, one thing is that should come to your mind is sir, same refrigerant is going into dry room, veg room, fish room, meat room, but meat room, fish room we are maintaining temperature of minus 18 degrees centigrade through this controller, but same refrigerant going and over to the dry provision room, veg room, but we are maintaining temperature on 5 degrees centigrade, 3 degrees centigrade. What is the reason? Guys, the difference is this back pressure valve fitted over here. There is no back pressure valve over here. So the suction pressure in this line, say it is 1 bar over here. This 1 bar pressure is over here, over here, over here also, over here also. But the suction pressure over here is not going to be 1 bar because of this back pressure valve over here. This back pressure valve makes sure that the pressure over here in this line is more, say 3 bars. Say 3 bars. when you increase the pressure in this line, what you are doing is you are increasing pressure increase, saturation temperature increase. So at saturation temperature increase, so that means the temperature over here, the refrigerant was boiling at certain temperature, over here it boiled at a higher temperature. So that is how you are being able to maintain a temperature of 5 degrees centigrade, 3 degrees centigrade. Guys, this video is going to become very detailed. If I go into detail of saturation pressure and temperature, you will have to watch my earlier videos to get into the basics of what saturation pressure and temperature is. That will give you a very good idea. But this back pressure ensures that pressure in this evaporator coil is more than over here. If the pressure is more, saturation temperature is going to be more, and that is how we are maintaining veg room temperature and fish room temperature on a veg room temperature, dry process room temperature on a higher side with the same reefer system being used. Copied, guys? So that is about back pressure valve. This is a back pressure valve. Now another thing that should come to your mind is, sir, we have talked about this. What is this? What is this over here? Guys, the compressor that I am going to show you, actually it has got two pistons fitted over here like this. When your crankshaft is rotating, both your pistons are moving like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. Copied? Now guys, what happens is I want, now in this piston, guys, when this piston comes down, this valve opens and suction comes in. When this opens, discharge goes out. Barabar? Suction opens, discharge goes out. Right? Now guys, what happens is, okay, so this is the suction valve, this is the discharge valve, this is the suction valve, this is the discharge valve. Right? How it opens? When you push the piston downwards, what will happen is this valve will open like this, and this valve will come and seat like this. Right? So this valve closes and this valve opens. When you push upwards, when the discharge is going to take place, this valve is going to push upwards, it is going to get seated over here, and this valve is going to get open. So it happens at discharge like this. Right? So I hope you understood the function of suction and discharge. Now suppose I do not want this piston to work only. I do not want it to create pressure. I do not want it to build pressure. So what I do is, somehow I will keep this valve open like this. So what happens is, when my piston comes down, this valve will open, right? When my piston goes up, this valve will open, right? But when I'm keeping this valve open, this valve will open, fine. This valve should open actually. But when I'm keeping this valve like this open, so even if this, is there going to be a build-up in pressure? No, because the refrigerant which came in will always go out from over here only. Pressure is not building up. Over here, how pressure build up? When we push the piston up, this valve shut down. So the piston started building up pressure, and after building a certain pressure, only this valve open because there is a spring over here. Copied, guys? So once this pressure is built up, then only this valve opens and the gas goes out at a higher pressure. Copied? So now over here, guys, what happens is, we have got a system called unloading system fitted over here. Unloading. Now I have got two pistons running over here. So now guys, say when this pressure is 3 bar suction pressure, what does this mean? That means more amount of refrigerant gas is coming over here, right? And how will more refrigerant gas come over here? When more amount of refrigerant gas is going from over here. And what will ensure that more amount of refrigerant gas is going from over here? When your expansion valve is opened more, over here more opened, more opened, more opened. That means more amount of refrigerant gas is going from here. That gas is only coming back. So if your suction pressure is increasing, that means actually it is the temperatures are on a higher side and all your expansion valves are opening fully, so that your temperatures are should come down. You getting a point? Bhai, if your temperature is, say set value is 5 degrees and say temperature is 5 degrees and set value is also 5 degrees, your expansion valve is going to be already it is going to shut, it will be shutting, and your solid valve will be shut down, right? So your gas will not be going into the system. Gas will only go when your solid valve is open and your expansion valve is open on a larger quantity. And this expansion valve opens more when the temperature over here is more. Say you want temperature to 5 degrees, but temperature is already 15 degrees over here. It says, "Arey bhai, the temperature is too much. Expansion valve is already opening, and more amount of refrigerant gas will go from here and come over here. When more amount of refrigerant gas comes over here, your suction pressure is going to increase. Now, when your suction pressure increase means that your compressor is running in a loaded state. So you have got two compressors running. That time you want both the compressors should have come less load. So both the compressors are running normally, tuck, 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 tuck. Now after some time you see, array veg room temperature has come 5 degrees centigrade. This solenoid valve shut down. So your suction pressure becomes 2 bar. After some time veg room temperature comes 3 degrees centigrade. This solenoid valve shut down. Now these two valves shut down, no refrigerant gas going in the veg room and dry provision room. So the pressure over, no refrigerant is coming back from over here. So your suction pressure drops to 1.5 bar. Now, suppose fish room temperature also comes to minus 18 degrees centigrade. Meat room is right now say minus 12 degrees centigrade. Fish room comes to minus 18 degrees centigrade. Now this solenoid valve also shuts down. So what will happen? Your suction pressure will drop further and it will become 1.0 bar. Right? Now at this state I do not want both my compressors to run together. I want here, let me give rest to one of the compressor, one of the pistons over here. So what I do is, there is a solenoid valve fitted over here. It sends oil signal, oil pressure आता है यहाँ से, and this oil pressure keeps this suction valve open. When this suction valve is kept in open condition, now no matter what this piston is doing up and down, there will be no pressure developed over here. If this pressure is not developed, this discharge valve will not open. So right now this is running in unloaded state, and now only this piston is running. So easy it is giving gas to this meat room and coming back over here, and slowly when this temperature comes down to minus 18 degrees centigrade, it also stops. This solenoid also shuts down. When this solenoid shut down, now there is no refrigerant gases coming back. So what happens? This suction pressure starts to drop to 0.3 bar or 0.2 bar. Now when this comes to 0.2 bar, this pressure switch senses 0.2 bar pressure, and low suction pressure cut out by set at 0.2 bar. It stops the compressor completely. Now what is this? Guys, this is unloading controller. What it does is, it says, sir, when I am at 3 bar pressure, nothing, no problems. Both the compressors are running. But the moment pressure comes to 1.5 bar, I will give a signal to this solenoid valve to open, and I will put one compressor out of use. I will unload one compressor. You copied, guys? So this unloading controller is working like that. This is a pressure switch fitted, and at 1 bar pressure it says, right now since the suction pressure is less, that means less refrigerant gas is required, I will not use one piston in use. I will put only this other one in use. I will put a suction discharge valve in use, but I will stop this one. I will put this suction valve in open condition all the time, so that no pressure is built up in the line. Copied, guys? This is something that is very important for you guys to understand. Copied, guys? Okay, guys, while I was making this video over here, my junior engineer was standing behind. He was completely lost actually standing. So I could make out there are many queries that can come. So let me come back again to the same point. First of all, the question that can come is, sir, let me make it simple over here. Let me just remove everything from here. Okay, let me make it very simple. इसको सब निकाल दे रहा हूँ, guys. Suction, discharge over here, hose. Okay, now see, guys, the discharge gas is going from here. It is all over here. Okay, now it is collected over here or over here. Now what happens is, this refrigerant gas, actually not over here, this is a condenser, it is a receiver over here. Now if this solenoid valve, suppose all these 3-4 valves are shut, then all the gas will be collected over here. It will be full over here. It is not going anywhere. And since no gas is going from here, no gas is going to come back also, right? So this suction pressure over here is going to drop. It will become like this, say 0.1 bar, 0.2 bar. And the pressure switch fitted over here, it will trip the compressor. Bola bhaiya, no gas is going anywhere. That means all the temperatures have come down. I do not want you to run. Stop. That is set at 0.1 bar say suction pressure. Got it? Now, other thing is, my junior engineer asking, sir, what will happen? Where is the refrigerant gas waiting? Refrigerant gas is over here. It is a buffer over here. Like wherever it is required, it is going to send from here. So it comes over here. If this solenoid will set, it is waiting over here, guys. It is waiting over here. It is waiting over here. It is waiting for any of these solenoid valves to open. These thermostatic expansion valves are regulated by the outlet temperature over here, right? So they are going to be opening depending on the degree of superheat over here. But if this solenoid valve is shut, it is not going to let the refrigerant go over here. If there is no refrigerant going over here, no refrigerant gas is going to come back and increase the suction pressure over here. So now, when this meat room solenoid valve open first, So little bit refrigerant goes from here and comes back over here. So my suction pressure from 0.1 becomes 0.8 bar. Now after some time my fish room solenoid valve opens. So refrigerant gas which was waiting over here goes from over here and starts coming. Now refrigerant gas is coming from two places. So my suction pressure becomes 1.5 bar. Suddenly my veg room temperature, solenoid valve opens. It says your temperature is not 5 degrees. It has become 10 degrees. Solenoid valve opens. It opens. More refrigerant gas. It becomes 2 bar. Secondly, when this dry provision room solenoid valve opens, maybe 3 bar. So guys, that is how your suction pressure is dependent. Copied? It is all waiting here in the refrigerant. When suppose you have to see कि भैया क्या load है. This is a side glass over here. Okay. You can make out from here as well, and you can make out from suction pressure कि भैया how much can be the temperature in the meat room, fish room, which is located over there. If the suction pressure is more, that means your meat room, fish room, veg room temperature can be on a higher side. If your suction pressure is more, that means your more refrigerant gas is going into the system. That means level over here in gas, refrigerant gas will be very down below because all the gas is going into the system. But if your suction pressure is less over here, say 0.1 bar only, that means none of the gas is going over in the system. It is all collected over here in the receiver, and you can see the level over here on a higher side. So this is how you can come to make out ki bhaiya how the system is working. Important is this controller. Important is these things, back pressure valve and unloader, how it is working, the solenoid valve part. And lastly, one more thing, that is when we go to a meat room, say this is a meat room guys, or a fish room or a veg room, you must have seen your household refrigerators, they have got a defrost system. What does that defrost system does is, it just shuts the system down, and then what happens is all the ice comes down. We have to melt the ice from the lines over here. Why? Because that on the evaporator coils over here, there is a lot of ice over here, there is a ice on these linings over here. Why? Because that deteriorates the efficiency of the plant. So now what? How this meat room, fish room के अंदर कैसे काम करता है? Guys, it is working like this in your reefer systems in your house, refrigerator at house as well. This is a big meat room over here. There is a door over here. So you open the door, you get in. The temperature inside is minus 18 degrees centigrade. Now how is this minus 18 degrees centigrade temperature maintained? There is all air over here. So we need to circulate this air and cool this air. How we do that? There is a fan fitted. So what this fan does is, it keeps circulating the air like this, tuck, 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 from here through the evaporator coils down below. This circulation is maintained. So this air comes in and blows through the evaporator coil, then comes out like this. Circulation is taking place. This evaporator coils is being cooled by the refrigeration over here, reefer line over here. So this reefer refrigeration flowing in the line over here, it cools down the air and reduces the temperature. Copy it guys? So it is all working fine. But due to some moisture in the air also, little bit icing starts forming. Ice happens. Ice. Now this ice is dangerous for the system. Why? Because this ice when forms over here, it reduces the area of the heat transfer. Because wherever there is ice, heat transfer with the air will not take place. So we do not want this ice over here. Because if this area is clear, then more amount of heat transfer is taking place. But if icing is formed on this area, then heat transfer will reduce. So cooling will not happen. So every 10 days, 15 days, we go and remove icing from over here. No ice means better heat transfer, better cooling take place. Okay? Better cooling से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? If better cooling take place, that means minus 18 degrees centigrade temperature is achieved very early. Achieved very early means this solenoid valve shuts very early. Similarly, other system solenoid valve shuts also very early. And similarly, then your compressor gets a lot of rest. You are consuming less power. So efficiency is very, very important part. Now, another thing is that, चलो ये तो हो गया कि every 10-15 days we go and clean. Another thing is we have got a defrost system fitted on board ship. Now this defrost system on board my ship is set at every 12 hours. So every 12 hours what it does is, it stops this blower fan. It stops this solenoid valve which is sending the refrigerant inside. So that means no refrigerant will go for cooling over here. Shut down, isolated. Now there is no cooling going on over here. So what will happen? Ice will start melting. Now this is a drip tray given in which water gets collected like a scupper. ऐसे करके पानी जो भी ऊपर से whatever water is coming from ice is getting melted coming over here, it should get drained outside, right? It should not get collected over here in the meat room and make it dirty. So what happens is, this is a drip tray over here, but this tray has got a heater fitted over here and a heating coil fitted on the drain line as well. Why? Because if this ice melts, it forms water over here. We do not want this water to become ice over here or in the lines over here. Many a times this water becomes ice over here, this ice over here in this line, and then this water stays in this room only. That is dangerous for the system. So we have got a heater fitted over here, we have got heating lines fitted over here, and also we have got heater fitted over here on the door as well. Because if icing is formed on the door, see, this is the door. If icing is formed on the door, then this door will not close properly. If this door will not close properly, this air will start leak out. If this air will start leaking out, then what will happen is air temperature will not come down. So this door has also got a heater, and it ensures that icing is never formed on the heater, and door seals properly shuts down. Copied? Along with that, as soon as defrost starts, this valve stops, this fan stops, and heating of this and this line starts. So if any water is coming over here, does not form ice, any water is coming over here, does not form ice, and gets drained out of the room and then into through the scupper system overboard. Copied my file? So this heating system is very important, plays a very important role. So when you do the defrost, remember that this is happening. If too much icing is taking place, then you have to defrost ka timing ko reduce karke, you have to make it 8 hours, or see what the hell is going wrong anywhere. Copied, guys?